Hello again, beautiful people. Welcome back to Life Perspectives with NK, the show where we peel back the layers of life, one insight at a time, so that you can grow into the best version of yourself. We're deeper into our series, Building a Personal Brand, hashtag Foundation to Building a Strong Personality. In our last episode, we talked about self awareness, understanding who you are, your strengths, your flaws, and what makes you you. But self awareness goes deeper than just describing yourself. It's about understanding why you do what you do, especially when life presses your emotional buttons. So today, we're turning the mirror inwards. We're talking about your triggers, emotions, and patterns. This episode might be a little personal. That's where the growth really begins. So let's start with something we all experience: triggers. A trigger is simply an emotional button. When someone or something presses it, you feel a strong reaction: anger, sadness, fear, defensiveness, sometimes out of proportion to what actually happened. Maybe you've been criticized and suddenly felt attacked. Or maybe someone ignored your message and you immediately felt unimportant. Or perhaps when things don't go your way, you feel like you're losing control and it frustrates you deeply. Those are triggers. Let me share a quick story. A few years ago, I was working on a project where a team member made a suggestion. It was a good one, but it wasn't my idea. I felt myself shutting down, suddenly irritated. Later, when I reflected, I realized the real issue wasn't their suggestion. It was that I felt undermined. That was a trigger, a hidden insecurity around being overlooked. When I became aware of it, something changed. Instead of reacting, I started observing. I began asking, why did that bother me so much? You see, being aware of your triggers gives you emotional balance. It helps you pause before reacting. And that's where healthy communication and strong relationships begin. Let us take a look at the role of emotions in self awareness. Here's something powerful: it's okay to feel emotions. Emotions aren't bad, they are messages. They tell us what's going on inside. But there's a difference between feeling your emotions and being controlled by them. When you feel an emotion, you acknowledge it. I'm angry. I'm disappointed. I feel left out. When you're controlled by it, you lash out, you shut down, or you spiral into self pity and later regret your reaction. Here's a simple tool that I love: name it to tame it. Name it to tame it. When you can label what you're feeling, not just I'm mad, but I feel dismissed or I feel unappreciated, your brain shifts from emotional reaction to rational awareness. That is why journaling is so powerful. Try this. At the end of each day, write down your emotional highs and lows. Ask yourself, what made me feel good today? What drained me? What emotion lingered longest? Over time, you'll begin to see a pattern. You'll discover the kinds of environments, people, and situations that bring out your best and those that bring out your worst. That is not weakness, that is wisdom. And so let's talk about patterns. Have you noticed that certain stories keep repeating in your life? Maybe you always attract the same kind of friends, or you find yourself quitting whenever things get tough. Or perhaps you constantly seek validation, trying to prove you are enough. That's not coincidence. That's a pattern. Here's something I've learned. Life will keep giving you the same lesson until you have learned from it. When you become self aware, you start recognizing these cycles, and that's where change actually begins. There's something I call the pause principle. Before reacting, pause. Ask yourself, why am I reacting this way? What does this situation reveal about me? That little pause could save a friendship, a job, or even your peace of mind. Because sometimes it's not the situation that needs fixing, it's the pattern within us that needs healing. And so now on to our practical segment for this week. Here's a growth exercise for you. Every time you feel a strong emotion, anger, sadness, frustration, or joy, take a moment off to write down number one, what happened? Two, what did I feel? Three, what did I do about it? Four, what does this say about me? Be honest, no one else needs to see it. You'll be amazed how much clarity you gain just by observing yourself. And now here's the challenge for the week. Your challenge is to identify three emotional triggers. Notice how they usually make you react. And then ask yourself, what truth about me is this emotion revealing? Maybe it's the need for respect. Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe it's the longing to be seen. Whatever it is, don't judge it. Just notice it. That's where healing and growth begin. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Life Perspectives with NK. Remember, self awareness is not about perfection, it's about progress. Next time, we'll take this conversation a step further, learning how to turn awareness into self mastery. Until then, stay curious, stay kind to yourself, and keep growing. Remember, subscribe, like, share, comment, and ask questions. Till next episode, stay richly blessed.